Alright, this is Rebel Frack yet again. I just wanted to also speak briefly about the mehserle preliminary trials. I think it might have a few more days. I'm going to do some checking around, but I think there might be 1 or 2 more days left in that. If that's the case, one of the things that I wanted to say is that some of the just the different news coverage, the interviews and such that I got to check out, they mentioned. They talked about the change of venue, the idea that this case, that this trial could be moved out of Alameda County. And a few of the attorneys were saying that that's impossible, that it's impossible, that it's not going to happen because there's just such a diverse political ideologies here in Alameda County, specifically in Oakland. And yet one of the interviews that I got to check out, there was, I believe his name is Cardoza. One of the things that he pointed out was that one of the strategies that the defense team could use to get this case moved out of Alameda County would be the attitudes and the behavior of the people that are out in front of the courthouse, some of the demonstrations and the protestings that are going on, because what needs to happen is that the jury, who is going to play obviously a very key factor in the trial, they're going to need to feel comfortable and they're going to need to feel safe enough to come, and participate in, this legal process. So what that means is that as much as people want to protest, that it needs to be done with some wisdom, and it needs to be done with some temperance, because the defense team, if they feel that the jury is going to be intimidated, if they're going to feel uncomfortable and somehow not be allowed to focus and offer up, a neutral and just verdict, then the defense team can argue to have this case moved to another county. And we know, history has shown with what happened with the Rodney King trial that it was ultimately moved to an area of California where the defense team, for those officers, they put together a jury of people who were very sympathetic to police officers, who were more than likely extremely racist, and those officers were found not guilty of just the brutal beating that they gave Rodney King. So if we don't want to run the risk of something like that happening, meaning this is moved to a part of the state where there are not political organizations, where there is not a large people of color community, or an area where a lot of people of color or just people from Alameda County can't get to, during the days of the trial, then we need to make sure and conduct ourselves in the, during the demonstrations and the rallies, so that the jury doesn't feel, intimidated or threatened. So I just wanted to put that out there, and also just to ask that, that you please keep Oakland, that you keep the Grant family in your thoughts and in your prayers, that you, if you pray to, I don't know, Jehovah or Buddha or Krishna or Allah or the great computer or the universe or whatever, that you ask them to please be with the Grant family, to be with Oakland, to please, stand between us and any controversy or any danger that we, might go through during the course of this trial, so that we can, assure ourselves that there is, that justice is served in such a way that the Grant family can at least find some measure of peace, to reconcile, the way, just the brutal fashion that, that their son, that their nephew, that, their father, that their friend was taken from them. Okay, I'm going to do a few more videos, but please, just, keep that in mind, and just, also rate and subscribe to my channel, and please offer your comments, okay, on any of these videos, as long as they're not too offensive. I'm willing, and open to hear anything. Okay, this is Rebel Frack. Rebel rousing with a purpose.